Yes, it's May. What's going on? What's going on, Ant?
Oh, not much. It's you're damn right. It's May.
That's it. So,
Oh man,
give everybody an intro. It's your show.
well, I mean, here we got Derek and Tom.
I can't believe it.
So
Oh,
all
I
the
hear myself.
members,
Oh, there we go. Oh, there you
all
go.
the members that set the charge are in this room right
We got
now.
the band back
Right
together.
here.
The band is back
It's
together.
crazy. The first time that it's the first time we four have been on in a broadcast setting in a long time.
Really long time.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you, from all of the archive work I've been doing with me and Anthony, Mike, we're going back 20 years now with Zanalza. You guys were on so many shows.
Well, back in the old studio, yeah.
Yeah, constantly.
Because
I feel like we were there all the time.
We
anyway.
had band practice a couple of times a week, or at least
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
I think it was like Tuesday nights we'd meet up.
And
Oh,
then
but
no,
we'd
I think we were
flow,
doing like
right
twice.
into the show or something.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Between 2014 and 15, especially those last 2 years there, because that was the urgency. Anthony, 10-second songs popping off was the kind of like we felt a little bit more urgency to complete the band and
Yeah,
grow
because
it.
there was a lot of attention. There was a lot of viral attention, and it was like, we didn't know what that meant at the time. Like, it was like everything was happening. We had some media coverage, so it was a good time to just kind of get everything together. And because people were like, I was getting interviewed a lot and stuff. People were asking about original projects and stuff like that. It was just a good time to get some, to get the live thing going and just get exposure for that. So we were like, let's get the band together. All this shit's happening right now. And yeah.
And then Tom was roped in by Derek,
Yeah.
and that was great, man. I don't know, those days were that was really exciting. And Tom, what was your first? What was your first? Do you remember your first time at the studio?
I don't remember my first time at the studio. I remember our first show, though.
Yeah, it was at the Trash Bar.
The
Trash
Trash
Bar.
Bar. Yeah.
No, that was great. I still feel that. That's what we were watching the other day, right? Wasn't that
No, we were only together for like, as this lineup, we were only together for like a week.
Yeah. We didn't have a lot of practice before.
Didn't
that
have a
show.
lot of practice.
Yeah, but didn't you remember when we were watching the drum cam the GoPro that you set up on me, Derek? We were watching that together. Wasn't that our first gig as a band, or was that a little bit later into?
I can't imagine that was the first one because I don't know if I would have brought out the GoPros and all that kind of stuff with it being the first show. That just I know how I put the stuff together. I don't think I mentally wouldn't have. Maybe I don't know, but I feel like not. I feel like wasn't the first show the Peter Steele?
No.
No.
When we did
No.
that, though, we played there for that.
We did do that.
That
No,
was
I
the
don't-
first time meeting Scott from Amatory Murder.
Wasn't the whole band there?
I don't know. Well, I don't remember meeting Christian until we played with them at like that Bowery Electric.
Bowery
Right.
Electric,
Oh,
yeah.
Are they,
yeah.
Is that venue still around?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
What was that other place that we played? Fat Baby?
Wow.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was
Fat Baby.
Jersey.
No, I think it was near. I forget where it was. Fat Baby. We were opening up for somebody, but it was a really great crowd, and it was in one of those basement set, like where you have to go down a level or so, and it was a basement kind of a venue. But it was a great bar. We were opening up for some
man,
kind of a hardcore band. I
Yeah,
forget.
and there was a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in that basement area, and there was also a lot of people in the nightclub area upstairs.
I don't remember that.
It was really packed.
It was if it's the same thing I'm thinking about. It was a basement, and it reminded me of where did the Beatles like start
Cavern?
playing? The Cavern. Like if I remember it, I remember it being dark.
Oh, like that
it was
dungeon-y?
long. The dungeon.
That's
The
and it was
dungeon,
all
yeah.
the way at the
All
at
in
the end,
the
and I
back.
remember,
And I
it
remember
being
that, yeah.
so hot.
It was probably a fire.
were drenched.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Fire hazard.
Somewhere
Absolutely.
I can dig out a picture.
I
And
remember.
if I remember correctly, we took a group photo, and we were just.
Oh, was that
I mean,
Fat
it was
Baby?
just
No, it was not Fat Baby.
I don't remember.
I
Fat
know the
Baby.
dungeon place you're talking about. I have a picture
That
of
place
us.
was cool.
I have a picture of us at that. It's one of my favorite pictures. I forget where the hell it was, but we were. It was across the street from that hookah bar. After the play, we went to a hookah bar across the street just to try it out.
Oh
and it
yeah,
sucked. You remember?
that was the same night.
Closed.
Yeah.
It's close.
Fat Baby was somewhere else, and
Yeah.
it was something. It was a great place.
What was it? The hookah bar wasn't good. I don't
No,
remember.
the hookah bar was not good. It was across the street. Now the dungeon place, I wish I knew what the hell it was called. And
Fat Baby was 112 Rivington Street in Manhattan.
yeah, that's not it. There this other that dungeon was somewhere else, and you had to go. It was almost like a nondescript building on the outside. It was almost like
Yeah.
nondescript, and then we had to bring our stuff downstairs.
That's what I remember, the stairs, because we were still using amps back then.
I remember. Yes, yeah, that sucked. I remember the front of this place. I have a picture of it. Closed, but yeah.
Yeah, we ate at a pizza place down the street beforehand, and
The headline I'm reading here, and I will read it as typed here on the internet from evgrieve.com. The Cock plans a move to the former Fat Baby space on Rivington Street.
so
Cock.
there's a
The
place.
Cock.
What's the Cock? Is that a
I don't know how big it is, but apparently the Cock is moving to someplace
In there.
fatter. Maybe to become the fat cock baby.
wait?
Are you saying this by accident or on purpose?
The baby became the cock.
The fat baby's becoming the cock. Now I don't know how much of the cock it is going into Fat Baby.
So,
but
is the Cock another live venue? Maybe we schedule a gig there.
to play the cock.
The Cock, I would love to play there.
We should play the cock.
Is it still a live venue?
Hold on.
Not quite.
Finally, after 2 years, we get together. Our first gig is at the Cock. Everybody in the chat room has to come. We have a good
Everybody has to come to the cock.
Yes, please, everybody in the chat room, press 1 if you would come to the Cock, and 2 if you would come to the Cock.
You got to open that. The headline just it's screenshot worthy.
See, I wish I remember the other place, and I wish I could remember where I put that picture, because it's a picture of you, Derek, Tom, and myself. I know what shirt I was wearing. It was like a white cutoff. And then after the fact, we noticed that there was a hookah bar across the street. And we said, okay, well, let's go hit it up. So we 4 went. I think our friend Sharon, the stylist, she was there.
I think Tommy was there.
Tommy was
That makes-
probably
that
there.
would make
Gypsy
sense.
was there.
It was a beautiful night. It was
Yeah.
the night that we played the Fat Baby. That was an absolutely gorgeous night. I remember that.
It was in
Gorgeous.
June.
It was a June gig, and it was gorgeous. But this other place, it was very hot as well. It was a little bit more muggy, and the hookahs were not good, and it was also too brightly lit. The ceilings were too high, and they had ceiling fans. There was too much wind in there. You couldn't even enjoy the plumes of smoke.
Mm.
So it got a C- for me.
Mm.
You have to.
Yeah, I miss those kinds of shows though. Like I don't miss going to the city and lugging all the shit down there, but like playing those little shows in like the underground places, I miss that
Yeah.
shit.
I feel like toward the end, it was getting easier for me as a drummer
Yeah.
to play gigs,
But
because
like as we evolved with like the in-ears and shit, it's like so much
yeah.
effort to do.
all I needed was the pack from Derek to hear what you guys
That's
were
it.
doing.
Yeah.
And I felt like maybe 1 out of every 7 shows we were playing, I had to bring something more than my cymbals and my snare.
Right.
Like there was always a house set there because they're trying to manage space.
Mhm.
The only time I had to bring my set out to a gig that I can remember in the last 5 years, 7 years, I think was next door at Garcia's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be the only time, because we were headlining.
Yeah, the famous term used by venues, especially. I always love getting those emails or those calls back from whatever the Fat Baby or cock of Manhattan or Brooklyn, wherever, and it's, oh, you guys, no problem. You guys could be the headlining band.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. What time and when? 1 a.m. on
Yeah.
Tuesday. Oh, and bring 30 people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right.
What?
Well, that was the whole thing. You guys want a headline? Okay. Well, all right. So that can we use your set?
Yeah, right.
You know. So as a drummer, when you're young and naive, and they ask you to headline a gig, it's even worse for the drummer because it's literally you're watching somebody fucking your drum set you're watching like other guys take like just like destroying
Right, and you don't
your
know
set.
what music they're gonna play or how they're gonna play. Like,
you know, and every time a new drummer sits in your behind the set, they're adjusting a tom.
yeah.
I'm like, you motherfucker,
yep.
you motherfucker. They're doing that. So
Well, of course they are.
yeah,
You know, but you're right.
And no one follows the etiquette of don't touch anything.
I don't touch anything.
You
If I want
do.
somebody-
You do.
I know. I have too much etiquette. You know what I was thinking? You know what we got? Derek, Anthony, and I, we were talking about this weeks ago when Derek came on, but it is May 8th, 2026. 10 years ago, we were in intense rehearsals for VidCon 2016.
Oh God.
10 years ago to this month, we had a month before we played with Anthony 10-second songs, a montage over there at VidCon at the arena. We were already in intense rehearsals.
See, if we had just a little bit more time
Yeah.
together before like it was all taking off, it would have been so much better.
Yeah.
Like we were figuring things out as it was happening.
Right. Also, that it's looking at things now, hindsight is 2020. It's interesting because when 10-second songs, the channel had its start, it was in March of 2014. And when you think about 2014 in perspective of when YouTube started, that was 12 years since YouTube started. Okay. And now 2014 is 12 years ago from this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like how close 2014 was to the infantile stage of YouTube and how it was really like the tail end of a golden age. And because of that, when you look at it now, even though it seems like just yesterday, things were not as evolved as they are now.
Right.
If I had that kind of explosion now, I mean, I'm seeing it firsthand with other people who are having their moment, like just coming out of nowhere. Great example would be this girl, this singer, Mafra. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's this gothic girl. She's been singing, doing like her covers of Bring Me the Horizon and stuff. And very much like how, remember, I used to put out videos and they would get like 5 million views in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would consistently get millions and millions of views every single time I put out a video, and I spaced them out. And before you knew it, I had 1 million subscribers in the first year. That's exactly what what's happening with her. But the difference is because now we're so evolved in a place where social media as a whole, short form, gets mutant fucking millions of views, numbers and stuff. You've got that. Reaction channels are incentivized to react to her videos, which blows it up even more. She just got invited out to perform a little bit on stage at Welcome to Rockville. So many things happen quicker if you're in that. And I'm thinking to myself, man, she better strike while the iron's hot for real. Like, put out originals. Don't put out more covers.
Yeah.
Don't put out more covers. Put out more originals right now because you got something, But the reason I bring that up is because back then, and you're saying that we were all trying to figure it out as it was happening. Yeah, because there were still places for it to go in general. Like there was still like the whole infrastructure. Streaming wasn't even that much of a thing. We were trying to figure out when we did our Rap God cover. Remember we did our Rap God cover? We were trying to figure out, well, we got the license for 500 units.
Right. We had no idea what.
That's so archaic.
I know.
That's so archaic. Streaming now, you go on a distribution site like Two Lost or DistroKid, and you check a box for licensing, and it's up. If you do a cover, it's up. Like, you don't even have to worry about it anymore. But that was a big thing. And, there was a good several years of when I had a lot going on YouTube, like viral stuff, that we didn't have that figured out, and it was the timing of it.
I know. So, we spent a lot of time feeling our way through the dark. We did.
Mm-hmm. But also too, just to kind of add to that, feeling our way through the dark, there wasn't much to grab onto anyway.
Right.
There really wasn't. Like, unless you were a real insider. You were a real insider and you knew exactly how to navigate that. Now, as much as I can't stand technology sometimes, and you see some of the negative effects, like, the oversaturation of AI content and whatever, there's so much more available now that if you do catch like some kind of wave, you can take advantage and you can blow it up 50 times what it is with what's available right now.
Well, in 2016, if we just take that for a second, I mean, that was already about a year. That was already a year and a half after you had established yourself so quickly, and you still had a lot of big things yet to come in that multi-year run. But back then, I mean, I joined Patreon in 2016. I was never going to make anything on AdSense as a broadcaster, but around there is when they started making stream. They were still really pushing YouTube. In 2015, only really made streaming a thing, and they really wanted people to use the streaming services. So I moved my show over there and other places there too. And that was very incentivized in a big way, and a lot of monetization platforms came out at the same time to help people who are building brands in live streaming and all that stuff to actually turn it into something that was sustainable. And the whole thing was happening so fast. As a band, though, I remember because in 2017 I was the one that actually made the drive. I volunteered to make the drive down to CD Baby, or where did I go? Disco Kid?
Oh, no, CD Baby.
CD Baby?
CD Baby.
I actually drove down there to like South Jersey to pick up our box of CDs, which I still have maybe like 6 or 7 left, and every once in a while I give them away on air. I was the first one to listen to this album because I got to listen to it on the way back home.
Right.
And that was good. This was a great time.
I should take all the files of that album and give it to my producer to remix.
Holy shit.
Because it really deserves another remix. Because I can't listen to it. Yeah. I mean, that's just me because of the mix. I don't know. I don't know if you have a similar thing, but
I can't. I don't.
And that's nothing against the engineer who mixed it, because he's very good. And he worked with me for years.
It's just that your ears now are just tuned to a different kind of template.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I suggest one thing again? Now, if I put on Right Side of History, no, I'm telling you, listen, we won't listen to the song, but I want to get to that middle interlude because I absolutely, I would love to hear this remix. But if we ever can do something to this song to bring it to a little bit more, like to bring it, make it more mature or something, I would love to I've told you guys to make this at least maybe, I don't know, twice as long. Hold on, let me find this middle part. I love this. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Go back a little bit, like the lead into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember trying to do that live?
What are those?
yeah.
Who was plucking what back? I love the plucking. What was that, Tom?
No,
That's just like a mini
that was
thing.
yeah,
right?
that was just some samples.
I just love shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember
It's probably just pressing one key and it's doing it by itself.
Right, it's just sequence. I remember writing what it turned into. That original bass, the original bass line for that, where you know, I wrote that while we were recording a different song, and I was on his computer here, or wherever we were recording it, and I don't know, he went to the bathroom or something, and I just started noodling, and I'm like, ooh, that's a cool idea. I got to hold on to that one. That then turned into that, and then I remember I don't remember what I was listening to at that point.
I'm down for it to be remixed, but I think
haven't heard that in a long time. That bass needs.
there's a lot of high ends.
Are the stems like? Do we have the stems?
Oh,
Yeah.
They have to be somewhere.
I have them.
Yeah.
I have them.
I don't know. It's little things like that. Like I always say, if we wanted to ever make, I understand that we're on a different.
Or we could re-record them.
Well, I know that we're on a different production schedule these days, and if we're gonna do anything, I always thought that the first and best thing that we can do is to just reach back into the past of all the songs that never got their proper due, and just do a little polishing and just do a little whatever. I think that would be fun because it's like 90% of the work is already done. I don't know. That's my vote. But why did I bring that up? What were we talking about? Oh, going down to pick it up at CD Baby.
I don't remember what the reason was. Like it was cheaper if we went to go pick it up, and they would charge $100, $200. There was some particular reason why we went down, and I feel like it was monetary.
I don't know, but I was free that day, obviously.
I don't remember.
So-
Yeah, I think it was some kind of delivery fee or something like that.
I don't know.
Like the delivery was equal to the cost of
Right.
the whole shipment. Which is another, like I get buying in bulk. You get bigger discount, but the margin between it for 250 CD and I'm totally making numbers up, so I don't know what it is, and I'm not knocking CD Baby. Thank you, CD Baby. But I remember it was for 250 CDs, it's $700 or $500, and then for 500 CDs, it's $800 or $900, and then for 1,000 CDs and a poster and a this and a this,
$910.
yeah. It's like, but I don't want 1,000. They're going to become coasters. And what do? You go for the 1,000. So it's just.
Did we get 1,000 of them? No.
No way.
No way did we would do
not?
that. We must have gotten a couple of hundred. And I have given away quite a bit on air. People are still enjoying them to this day, but I'd love to do something else with it. I thought you guys would actually like, especially you three, since you guys are all to varying degrees gearheads. I thought that you would like this futurism article. Take a look at this. Hold on. Put it up on the screen. Here, take a look at this. In a blind test, audiophiles were unable to tell the difference between sound signal run through an expensive cable and a banana. High-end quality cables have long been marketed as a key way to get the most out of high-end equipment, such as expensive studio-grade monitor speaker cables and gold-plated HDMI cables for cutting-edge TVs. Yep. In the high-end audiophile world, which is renowned for eye-bulging prices, cables can cost tens of thousands of dollars for ultra-pure copper with silver plating, specialized insulation, and dozens of individual conductors that manufacturers claim will squeeze the most out of luxury-grade sound systems aimed at uber-wealthy people. The laws of physics, however, have long dictated that spending that kind of cash on cables simply isn't worth it in the vast majority of circumstances, as long as you don't go for the cheapest option from the dollar store, of course. To put decades-long debate to the ultimate test, a moderator who goes by Pano at the Audiophile Enthusiast Forum conducted an eyebrow-raising experiment back in 2024, which was rediscovered by Headphonesty late last month and Tom's Hardware last week. He ran a high-quality audio through a number of different mediums, including pro audio copper wire and an unripe banana, an old microphone cable soldered to pennies, and wet mud. He then challenged his fellow forum members to listen to the resulting clips, which were musical recordings from official CD releases run through the official cables. The result confirmed what most hobbyist audio files had already suspected. It was practically impossible to tell the difference. Now, I don't.
Why is that?
I don't know. You guys talk about that. I want to hear it.
Okay.
I buy an expensive cable so it doesn't break quickly, not because it's going to sound better.
Okay.
All right. So that just took a whole section of what I was about to say as well, because that I'm in agreement with that. I don't want it to fall apart when I go on stage and I'm jumping around or something like
Right.
that. So quality for that, I'm fine with. Sound, look. Human hearing only has there's a range in the spectrum. What is it? 40 hertz up to I'm going to round up. I'll be really generous. 20 kilohertz, right? 20,000 hertz. So 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. That's if you are 5 years old, fresh, you haven't gone to concerts, you haven't, your hearing hasn't aged, you haven't, been to concerts, you haven't heard anything loud, you are just still fresh.
You're out of the rapper.
As you get older, there's no fighting it. You lose frequencies and sections, and you might still hear some lows, but highs are the first things to go. And usually, and I don't know the real validity to this, but tinnitus, I always heard, was when you have tinnitus, it's that frequency of your ear that you're losing,
Right.
and you never get it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you get older, everybody, the first thing to go are the highs, right? So I did this at work like a year or two ago. We were goofing around. We go on one of these like hearing test websites, right? And we start going, and I think I still clocked in at like, I don't know, 12 kilohertz or something like that. The other people I was with, like 9. Like, that's not good. You lose your hearing. So these cables that are advertised as the high quality, and you can hear up to the 44 kilohertz and stuff, but you can't.
Not as an animal, you can't.
A dog can, a dolphin. We can't. So, and that's different from...
It's almost like saying this protein shake has 10,000 grams of protein
Yeah.
in it.
Right.
And you're going to piss away everything that's not 40 because you can't absorb it.
So when you see the audio files and they have their crazy setups and stuff, and that's not to say that you can't do things to get high quality sound, but it also just starts with what's the original, because you can get... You can buy a gold-plated cable that was mined from, I don't know, a mountaintop of Mount Fuji or whatever, gold from another planet. Okay. But if you're listening to the Beatles' White Album mono that was left in a closet and somebody ran it over with their car, you know what it's going to sound like? Mono, scratchy Paul McCartney.
Right. Yes, but you're so bougie.
Like,
Bouger.
Bougie.
I think that's part of it. You just want to say that you have this expensive shit that,
Yeah.
And it'll never stop, because as long as people market that and put all this science and all this kind of stuff, all the gold plated is better. And you know what? I'm not even saying that it's not. Okay. Maybe gold is better than copper. Okay. Or some sort of alloy. Sure. But can you hear the difference?
Okay.
That's the point.
This is a good segue. This guy, I found this on Block Club Chicago. This was about a month ago, and I said, okay, I'm saving this for the next time for a Playhouse episode. I'm happy it's with you guys. Here it is. From early Nirvana to Fish, a Chicago fan's secret recording of 10,000 shows. He's now archived online. This guy, on July 8th, 1989, a young music fan named Adam Jacobs, with a compact Sony cassette recorder in his pocket. You want to talk about high quality recording equipment? compact Sony cassette recorder in his pocket, went to see an up-and-coming rock band from Washington for their debut show in Chicago. After a blast of guitar feedback, the 22-year-old Kurt Cobain politely announced to the crowd and the small club called Dreamers, "Hello, we're Nirvana, we're from Seattle." And with that, the band, then a quartet, launched into a riff-heavy first song called School. He went on to record more than 10,000 concerts with increasingly sophisticated equipment over 4 decades in Chicago and other cities. Now a group of devoted volunteers in the U.S. and Europe is methodically cataloging, digitizing, and uploading them one by one. I've got the whole thing over here. Yeah, I mean, there's all types of stuff in here. The Gruffery, the Spoon Live. I mean, we're talking about anybody who came up in that age. These are probably bands that they haven't heard of in forever or whatever. But I got the one. This is 1989 Nirvana. Take a listen to this. This is not on copper plated material, gold plated anything.
The music.
I like that there's another band or the music playing.
No, that's like the in between music.
The house music.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's playing in the background.
Oh my God. Want to guess how many people are there?
17.
20. Okay, yeah.
I was going to say maybe, being generous, 30 people.
Come on.
Oh, there's like 10 people there.
You can't hear anyone.
Well,
there's no one there.
At least they stopped the house music.
Yeah.
Hello, we're Nirvana. We're from Seattle.
Oh, he sounds really
Chris
good.
sounds really good. I was just gonna say.
He sounds really good. He actually sounds better than normal.
I know.
He has like, what I find interesting about it is like, just my love.
He's like trying to sing.
Yeah.
It's
he's
not
got-
just a scream.
Yeah, it's like a real, I've never heard that before
No.
from him.
That's what heroin will do to you.
Holy shit. This was obviously before Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
I could really hear that gold-plated cable.
I know, but first of all, just the archiving work that this guy did.
Incredible.
I mean, what that does for people, like the fact that there are all these concerts from bands that were probably never ever recorded anywhere.
Mhm.
And these are small club gigs and shit like that. I mean, this is priceless. But
Could you imagine, like, I don't know, while I was listening to that, I was imagining a scenario where I was just in a club and I'm watching this band set up and then all of a sudden, you know, he says, we're Nirvana from Seattle. And then I put two and two together. I'm like, what are you fucking kidding me? What is this, some kind of fucking joke? And I look and it's actually them. And I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, at first it was so weird because I put myself in the position. I'm thinking the first reaction I would have is, oh, that's a joke. Like because you can't really see them clearly. And then you're like, wait a minute.
And then you wonder, how did I get here? Is this archive like magic, like the Indian in the cupboard or something like that? And all of a sudden I'm here in 1989 in Chicago. And that's another thing there too. Everybody likes to talk about how, and it's true, how, the Beatles, what kind of an impact the Beatles made on culture, on music, on everything like that. And it's really a story that takes place for Americans, 1964 to 1970. It's like it's no time whatsoever. This is 1989. He'll be dead in 3.5 years. And in that time is when In Utero and Nevermind.
It's really, it's crazy. I can't even put my head around it.
Was Bleach already out?
Was it only 3 years later?
He was dead by 93,
94.
right?
94.
94? I mean,
94.
I don't know what day this was. Hold on. What day was this in 1989?
Because it said he was 22 and he was 27 when he died.
Oh, right. Duh.
This is July 8th, 1989. So 1989 is half over.
And he's not even anyone yet.
Yeah, he's got 4 years to live.
Huh?
Just about 4 years to live. And nobody even really knows who the hell he is yet.
Yeah.
And then change the world.
Yeah, there's 5. Like Anthony said, okay, I said 17 people. You were like 20.
I said 20.
But I didn't hear it. Maybe there is only like the bartender there.
Right.
That's
I mean, there's no one, he didn't bring anyone there from Washington.
But this
Chicago.
is the sad thing, is that how many bands do you think, like, you hear, if you were somebody in that bar, the bartender or whatever, they probably didn't think anything of it because they've heard bands a million
Every
times
day.
better,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
a million times worse, dime a dozen. Like, you listen to that, like, we think it's special.
They're
because,
restocking the fridge and putting ice in the buckets.
Right.
Yeah.
But so think about how many bands, like how many bands were that was their, and they just like, they took a different path after and they gave up shortly after,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so crazy to think like how sometimes like you get this perspective that we really are on an even playing field. I know that it's different depending on what situation people are in. I think about like, I think about Taylor Swift. She's one of the biggest like performers and artists, probably bigger than Michael Jackson ever was at this point. And it's because I don't think it's because obviously it's not because she's an amazing singer. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not the thing. It's songwriting, it's the show that's put into it, but I really think it's the team, the marketing,
Yeah.
and just having that one up on everyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people just are that fortunate that they can put all that shit together because, like,
Well, especially today.
but if you take that away, like, people get all caught up in like, oh, I don't sing good enough. I don't know. But the truth is, it's like, we really are in a lot more of an even playing field than you think. Like, I'm not saying that we're just as good as Nirvana.
Right.
Obviously, Kurt Cobain had a very specific talent for making just really, really catchy songs. Like, they were really good. I mean, all of them. I don't think there's a single Nirvana song I don't like. But
then it's also the time and the place. I mean, now 89, we're coming, going into the 90s grunge. What would be grunge? We're coming out of all that 80s hair metal and, Aquanet and spandex and, Kiss and Poison and Whitesnake and all that.
Yeah, you got to be in the right place.
And people were looking for a little something different.
right.
Just raw versus this glammed, marketed, but this polished look. And then I think that was, that was what was refreshing.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's some agreement in the chat room that it's her songwriting and the graphics and all that other stuff. And you're back then.
She also does. She's also the Taylor Swift camp, whatever that encompasses. They're also very clever on releases and hidden messages and stuff. That I've picked up on that.
There's no better team
No,
in the world.
she's very good.
There is no better team
and
in
it's
the world.
brilliant.
But see, that's what I have been recalibrating myself. How I've been recalibrating even myself as a broadcast personality, a talk show host, first and foremost as a career, to start thinking about. But it really applies to anything that you have to do in digital mediums, which includes our past music or whatever future stuff we do together, whatever the hell it is. You have to come up with a game to play, and you have to be able to execute it with limited resources. It's still very, very possible to be effective with limited resources. For example, right now I need to figure out how to tinker with the small team that I have to be able to make plays and get back into the algorithm's good favors and to be able to just make connections with people who are already subscribed to me. That's just something that everybody has to do these days. And I don't think you need a lot. You just need a game to play. Like you're talking right there, hidden something that just Easter eggs, anything that just gets people hyped. I think that anybody has that ability. It sucks. The only thing that we have going against us as people who are not hooked up like Taylor Swift is that whenever the entire world shifts, whenever the internet redefines itself algorithmically, from every 8 to 10 months, you're on your own to just kind of study who is having success and trying to figure out what the hell the formula is, and then do that. Then it's terrible. It takes you away from creative, but I think, like you said before, there's a lot of people whose talents did not.
But it's also being so prepared ahead of time, like doing something where, okay, you release this album on May 8th, 2025, or where are we? 2026, whatever. Album goes out, and you have different flavors of the vinyl, different colors and stuff. But if you buy all 4 vinyls and you take out the third page of the insert and you put them all together in a puzzle, you actually have the information for the next album that's coming out that you're like, but wait a minute, this album just came out. Why are they talking about the next one? You're always ahead of the game.
Yeah, but that's something that can only be coordinated with a large amount of people, compartmentalized and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's
because
the advantage.
Even just the recent singles I've released had no paid marketing whatsoever. We're just going to do it and put it out and have it be organic, which most people, when they put out something organically, even with a large following, will not get big numbers. That's the reality. Because when you see the people who do get, they have a buzz. And I'll use this as an example because my buddy Brian Storm from Rockfeed recently did a video about this band Geese. Have you heard of Geese?
Yeah.
Now, I saw them on SNL, and the only reason why I know them is because our father said, "Hey, what do you think of Geese?" I'd never heard of Geese. I went on YouTube, I looked them up, and I did a video on them because I thought there was one song that I liked. I thought it kind of reminded me of like the 90s and all that stuff. So the video that my buddy Brian did from Rockfeed was talking about their marketing team, I guess. And I'm going to paraphrase this, and I'm going to urge you to go and look this up. Go to Rockfeed and look up Geese.
I read this article.
And and the marketing team, basically what they were talking about, like how they do this is that, in so many words, they've got an entire team. I'm not sure if they're in the same place. So like, how Click Farms, it's not Click Farms. What it is employed people who are influencers, people on TikTok who are all simultaneously pumping out videos with the band's songs in their videos.
It's clippers.
Yeah.
They're making, no, but it's like they're not pumping out videos of just the song. They're acting as like fans,
Right.
Like with the song in the background, and they're just flooding all different.
And it's cheap. It's cheap because I know I have 2 contacts now that I've been keeping on hold to set for whenever I feel like I have a little bit more of a margin to take the marketing of quite frankly to another level. I met this one guy. He's a local friend who put me in touch with somebody else who does this. And these networks exist where you have, let's say that you are a content creator, you do something, you're some kind of like a kitchen culinary person. You have a certain style about the way you cook in your kitchen, and you want to start bringing your creations to a new audience. They will, or music. We can take with that as well. You go to a network of clippers, and you put down maybe $1,000 to $1,500 on the table. And what they do is they send out the word to Discords that have maybe 4,000 to 10,000 kids, hungry ass kids who are in these Discords that are waiting for jobs to be just like raw meat thrown in their laps. Mm-hmm. And they will all go out. They have their own channels. They're not cutting things up and putting it up on your channel or giving you the raw video back. They see the order come in, they see your stuff, they're watching your show, they're running it through AI, whatever the hell it is, to find spots, things that they think that they can take, clip, cut, put the hook up front. Just they know the science of it. These fucking 14-year-old kids.
Right.
Discords of thousands of them. And
what better army than people that have nothing but time.
Right. Yeah. But the thing that here's the best part about it. The reason why it's so good is that they are incentivized by the clips that go big. They get paid per CPM. They get paid cost per million, all that stuff. So they don't even get that money that comes out of the budget that you put aside until their clips are hitting 100,000 views, something like that. And like I said, they're putting it on their already successful channels. Mm. And whereas it's not necessarily you bringing it all back to your channel, your face, the branding, or your song is everywhere. Yeah. And this is the way it works. It doesn't take a lot of money. I mean, $1,000 is a lot if you don't have it. And I don't have too much extra to start doing. I wish I could be doing that and everything else right now. But I mean, what Anthony just described right there is how everybody is putting themselves on the map with whatever they're creating.
Well, what I think is so crazy is that people like our age and in our generation, like bands especially, we were told one way of getting it done, and then midway it all shifted.
Yeah.
Like we had to figure it. We were like, oh, okay, it's not going to work that way anymore. There's this completely other thing that's already figuring itself out that we have to figure out now.
Well, this is why it's so hard to make it to that top 5%, 1% of people who make. Why do you think it's like all the same bands, right, the same artists? Because who really is going to, I'd say probably the majority of people quit after a while because they just can't keep up with this shit.
Yeah.
Well, the content demands are ridiculous now.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kurt Cobain didn't have to deal with that. You know what I mean? Like all those other people didn't have to, the Beatles shied away from it and they but like people today, you have to put it out every day, right?
Yeah. This is the thing. I made a video about this. I put out a video on YouTube where I just kind of talked about the old music industry. And I did this because it was partly and I even said it was the ulterior motive was to promote the song that I have coming out the next day. And, I was just talking about how I understand why artists don't want to go and be a content creator as well as being an artist, because first of all, a lot of artists are kind of awkward to begin with. I'm like half introvert, half extrovert, and you get into a certain mode when you get on stage, but that's not who you are all the time. And to have to get in front of a camera and, play your music, lip sync to your music, and all the millions of things that people do to get their songs out there, I could never picture someone like Kurt Cobain
Right.
doing that. You know, you think about Nirvana and you think about that time, and their whole personality was that they rejected the fame.
Yeah.
You can't pretend to be someone who doesn't want fame and also
Post every
post your
day.
videos
Right,
100,
right.
post your
Yeah.
music 100 times.
Right.
I got there was an interview that that Joey told me about recently. He had heard an interview with that guy Alex Warren. You know the guy, the song "Ordinary" that was like the song of the summer last year. Ordinary,
Yeah.
that song. He said that, and he apparently was a content creator for years before that song hit. And I don't know how much of this is true or if this is just a PR story, but I bet there's some truth to it. He said that he posted that song 100 times consecutively in a row on TikTok before it went viral.
Wow.
Could you imagine? Like, most people aren't willing to post twice.
dude.
If I upload a song, and I've done this recently, like, you know, some of the songs that we promoted, original songs, and it flops in my eyes, I don't want to talk about it ever again. I don't
it
want to
never
talk about
happened.
it ever again.
That's how I am with most of my episodes. I feel like, okay, well, this night was a night of my life that doesn't exist.
But that's
Let's start all over.
But you have to remind yourself that algorithms are like waves of an ocean. Like less than 10%, probably, maybe even less, of my entire collective audience of millions of people even know that I've ever done any kind of original music. Ever.
I know. See, okay. Now, did you see any of the breakdowns of the Twitter, the X algorithm?
No.
This was crazy. I was going to do a little bit on this. Here's just some liner points here. So this guy, Black AI, he sent an AI agent swarm to read the X algorithm source code, and what they found. Let's see, 4 years his platform. He has 60,000 followers that I've shown up every day. Started, but something is wrong here. He assumed that all of his followers left. What they found here: 5 things TLDR that we should be aware of. And the reason why I set this aside is because no doubt about it, you can extrapolate this out to YouTube, to a certain degree Rumble, unless you are a boutique, smaller, independent streaming service or something like that. Our follower counts now does nothing for reach anymore. The algorithm decides how many people see our post based on a prediction before anyone has seen it. Posting too much hurts us, but posting too little also hurts. Really. Every time we repost another artist's work on X, at least, the algorithm buries it. Our posts are gone from the system after 48 hours. Nothing from 3 days ago is shown to anyone anymore. Now, it's the prediction trap is the crazy thing. Listen to this. Before your post reaches anyone, Phoenix scores it across 19 prediction heads, 19 different things it's trying to predict how people will behave. Let me repeat. The algorithm is predicting how much engagement you will get and assigns reach based on it, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Some of the 19 metrics they have: favorite score, will someone like this? A reply score, will someone reply to this? A dwell score, will someone pause on it? It's binary. Dwell time, how long will they pause on it? Photo expand score, will someone expand the image? Not interested / report, negative signals. The prediction determines reach. So, I mean,
Wow.
that's just one aspect of what goes into it. And, you know, it's already so soul-sucking. If you want to bring a creation of yours, music, visual art, whatever the hell it is, to people, it's already soul-sucking as it is. And then you have to contend with this whole idea that you can't even be yourself because you're trying to be what the robot will promote. And, you know, I don't want to post every hour. There's some days I don't want to post on Twitter at all. And some days I don't. I know it might hurt me for the rest of the week because now I'm a dead account, but it's like, I just wonder why we can't be a little bit more natural with this. And It
Well,
makes no
because,
sense.
because it's
Because-
not natural. Like,
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
that-
because the platforms need to make money, Frank.
But
It also-
that doesn't make sense. If Anthony has going on 4 million subscribers on YouTube, if even 25% of his subscriber base knew that he uploaded a new film, I mean, everybody makes out with money. Well, everybody makes out. AdSense, brand deals come in. That makes so. I think about that in and of itself. It's like well, it seems like it's self-defeating for something like YouTube to not want someone like Anthony to reach more than 5%.
I think subscribers are more kind of like a badge or something for most people. Like it's something for brands to see or something as like, or I don't know. Because I don't even consider myself having 3.6 million subscribers, because how many of those subscribers were from our legacy subscriptions from years ago that aren't even active anymore? That's the reality. So when I post videos, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, I always keep in mind, like when I'm doing an intro or something, that nobody knows who I am. It's like I'm always playing to a new audience, always. That's why I'll repost songs that I've done in the past, and I'll put it with a new intro, because it's to pull new people, and sometimes old people who didn't even see it the first time, even if it went viral,
right.
to go into to go over to Spotify to listen. I did it today. It was a song that I did last year, and I refilmed it and the whole thing. And that's something that most people would think, well, this is stupid. Why am I doing this again? Well, it's part of playing the game. It's like, but that's what I'm always. That's what I'm thinking in terms of, like, I always think in terms of just making stuff that I know is going to be seen by new people, because I don't like actually reaching your subscribers. I mean, there's some platforms that straight up, like, subscribers don't even mean anything. Like TikTok, I don't know why they even have followers, because their entire algorithm is like a slot machine.
But
There's no rhyme or reason. It's if
But
the
wouldn't
video,
TikTok? I mean, because TikTok is primarily the short form stuff. So is more their basis for their algorithm just that constant like screen time?
I like they just reward whatever they feel like rewarding, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of like doesn't seem like there's ever a point where you're actually getting out to any of the people who follow you. I don't know why they even have. It seems to me, and that's the way it feels like for me. I don't know about anyone else, but it doesn't seem like there's any point for them to have people follow you, unless you're taking them in and turning them into subscribers, and you're offering something that they can pay like extra
Right,
to
some
be a
sort
part
of additional engagement.
That's but
No,
anyway.
We're logical people, and then again,
Are we?
I would think that if you have a social media platform that is pulling any weight and you have millions of users, that your front page, your suggested page, whatever, this communal page that gets a lot of attention, maybe it becomes a little bit more of a random bread dough mixer of an experience. But other than that, people should just be able to the default for a band, for a streamer, for a comic, whatever they think, the default when somebody subscribes to you, when they take their human finger and they click on that mouse or they click on their screen, they say subscribe. They are saying, I want to see more of you. The default should be all the notifications are on.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to know when they post something, you're going to know when they're live. If it becomes too much, you can adjust downward.
Right.
The fact that you can build up so many, you can take on 100 subscribers that see something that you did a week ago that went semi-viral, or at least got into some kind of a non-follower, stream of it, whatever, and then never see from that channel again for sometimes months or years. Mm-hmm. I showed Anthony a comment I got the other day that I see more and more people like, wow, like because now I'm posting shorts. And there are a lot more shorts, and people are saying, I get people all the time saying, wow, man, I remember used to watch you all the time. I haven't seen you on my channel in years. I thought you quit. Like they thought that I moved on with my life. That I'm like selling vacuum cleaners or something. That's nuts, man. So I don't understand why there can't be this kind of random bread mixer of a common space, and then everybody else just gets to reach the people who have already said, I want to see more of you. It's fucked. You think everybody would make out.
I'm subscribed to all your channels. I have never, I can't even think when the last time I saw any new
on
posting.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, YouTube is just
Right, but can you set a preference to get a notification every time?
Yes.
So that's the opposite there.
It's the opposite. You get no notifications unless you put them on.
Right.
yeah, but that's like a known thing everyone's been saying for years.
It's just so stupid.
But the people, but most people.
So you hit subscribe, and all you're doing is just giving you a +1. But
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's also keep in mind that most people they watch a lot of channels that they don't subscribe to. I watch people that I don't subscribe to all the time. Some of my favorite channels are people
I'm
I
not
don't subscribe
subscribed to anyone.
Yeah, I'm not subscribed. And the other thing is people impulse subscribe. They'll impulse subscribe and they'll just see one video and be like, oh, that's cool, subscribe, and they forget about them. And for you to tell somebody, I have put out videos where I flat out said, this song is available on streaming and the video's blowing up. Oh man, you got to do a full version. I just told you that it's available on streaming. People, the only thing, they need it very simple, most people, and it's one button.
Right.
If you tell them to turn on a bell too,
that's what goes back to,
it's not gonna happen.
That's what goes back to my point where the platforms want to make money. They need to do everything in their power for you to not go an extra place, right? So if they start with you not getting notifications, that's perfect for them. If it starts with you getting a ton of notifications every time you subscribe, now you're constantly switching and going to your preferences and doing that. They need to avoid that as much as possible. That's why they do it.
Yeah. Like I said, everybody in the chat room, I like seeing this audience grow. We have a nice little foundation we're building on, and more we'll build on that. You guys got to come back on the show more often.
Yeah.
We only do 2 a month. And it's I feel like it's just it's relaxing. It's relaxing in some way. That's
the last time we played the VidCon show.
Yeah,
oh my god,
dude! You know what? That was the other thing. What did you bring up before about Nirvana not wanting? It's one of those things where you can't afford to be that that tortured genius artist.
Yeah, like Kurt Cobain,
but
flat
still
out
putting on content,
being disrespectful to every interviewer he ever had. Now it's like you can't do that. You can't do it. And if you're not doing it, somebody's doing it on your behalf, or they're going to inject a new. It's like they'll say, "Okay, listen, if you're not going to do it, then I don't know, kick somebody out of your band, and we will replace them with somebody with personality that'll do it for." I mean, just to put a plant in the band. I don't know, but that's the whole thing. Kurt Cobain had he was able to do that in the early 90s just because of the way that even the consumers were. You think about, now you're talking about how if you tell people to click 2 buttons instead of 1, their eyes kind of go crossed. Anybody who doesn't want to be bothered with the fame and just kind of goes away, all right, you're going to be completely forgotten about in between releases if you don't have a whole bunch of people pushing those releases out there, because it is all, it's very, very quick exchanges with people in the media space where they find something they want a lot of short hits of it consistently, or else it's gone. And don't ask them to leave the app, because I can't tell you what kind of a massacre it was for me to get people to come and watch the second half of my show on my own website. You'd think I'd ask them to carry 3 gallons of milk in each hand and walk a mile.
and it just
uphill
was
in the snow,
uphill.
barefoot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it was not happening.
Yeah, but that's now. But that's a whole cultural thing now that the world is like becoming this. Everything is short form. Everything's got to be quick. The attention spans are down to near zero, if any, to begin with. Like it's bad. You see, even going to often you go to a restaurant and you look across and you see a family with their kids or whatever, and everybody, including the parents, everyone's just like doing this. No
Yeah.
one's engaging. And that even when they're doing this, they're just next. They're just
Right. They're not
flying
even
through.
thinking about
Yeah.
it.
To think that it's at a point now that there's even a term, second screen writing. Is that the name of is that what it's called? That I first saw this term when I was reading an article about Stranger Things and how the reason
Yes.
that the dialogue was so
Oh.
poor
Mm-hmm.
in the last season, it was just so
I didn't know there was a term for it.
stupid,
Right.
was because it was written with keeping in mind that there are going to be people who are scrolling on their phone
Yep.
while they're watching the show.
Yep.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
Matt Damon did, right? It was
Yeah.
Matt Damon?
It was Matt Damon was talking about it, and then it started getting covered, and it's crazy.
Oh, wasn't that the thing that they said they have to they have to say the
Yes.
plot over and
Hey,
over and
yeah.
over again?
Oh,
Everything-
Frank, we got to get together and we have to go back into the thing that we did 20 minutes ago. Because remember when we got the dynamite from before to blow up the bridge?
Yeah.
Well, we still have to do that. And don't forget. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And it happens all over the place, especially for lower. I guess what they would consider like B tier, almost like filler stuff on Amazon or on Netflix. Things that are just kind of like they call it like scroll worthy or something like that, where it's all maybe Hallmark level predictability that you can get into these scripts, so that while they're expecting people to be sitting on their couch, vegging out, and just kind of like passively experiencing the series.
Yeah.
And that's why these characters are constantly recapping the entire plot with each other as if that's how we speak to each other in real life, which it doesn't happen.
Those people should watch Better Call Saul, the episode where Mike Ehrmantraut finds starts piecing it together of who Gus Fring is. They should watch that episode where it is there's no dialogue for like 40 minutes.
All right.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
No dialogue for 40 minutes.
Right.
Him just looking at a piece of
And it's amazing television.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible. That's why it's one of the best shows ever.
Yeah.
And it'll probably, but that's the whole thing here. And this is where you can't really even trust anything to a degree, because that would be seen to do that. I mean, obviously, if you have a vision and you're being creative about it and you want to go and do it, you can do that. But that could also be seen as an annoyance. I can see somebody giving that 3 stars out of 5 because it's like, where's the dialogue?
Right.
Like every time I put my phone down to check Instagram, I missed out something important. Well, watch the fucking, can you be present?
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy.
Well, that's the other thing that they did studies that more and more young people put subtitles on because they need to be able to look up quick and read.
Well, I do a lot of subtitles. I started doing a lot of subtitles about 10 years ago because fucking everybody's whispering. Everybody is whispering. Everyone is whispering, and they all need to have some kind of accent. And so you miss vital stuff like what was that? And sometimes it's just to be able to read along and see everything. It's clarifying.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I have no problem with it, but it more and more younger people are doing it.
Right, for other purposes.
Yeah.
But also, I'll do subtitles, especially for accents. Forget it. I once there's some Irish brogue or the Scouse, or what, I try. I actively try. I'm like, no, I'm going to get through this. 2 words in, not a clue. But with what Tom said, with like a younger generation always having the subtitles on, it's because they are just doing that doom scroll, and they can just look up real quick, read through the dialogue, and then go back. Like it's just that, it's that security net of, I don't really need to be present. Let me get back here.
Yeah.
But I can't stand when I'm even talking to somebody and in the middle of a conversation that just
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like you can tell that they are.
that's like talking with your mouth full.
You can tell that they're actually having like a mini anxiety issue because they have to split their attention from you, the human being in front of you, and the pull of the addiction.
Yeah.
That you can tell that they're like they're
I'll
being.
stop talking. I will stop talking.
I do.
I do stop. That is the big pet peeve. If I feel like someone is not listening to me, I'm out. I can't physically put together a thought in my head if I feel that kind of distraction. I just wouldn't. I won't be able to do it.
Hey,
Them being distracted by the phone is my distraction.
Yeah.
And then also, I refuse to repeat myself. I won't. So I will just stop talking. If someone's like, wait, what? Nope.
I love that.
You missed it.
The mumble.
I'll say something like, never mind.
Yeah.
I just it's nothing. It's nothing. I thought you were a human being. I just thought you were a human, but now I just realize you're a filthy animal.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I feel like I didn't realize you were a worthless animal. I just start saying that. Oh man. Hey, I have a couple of reels here. You want to watch them?
Oh boy.
I think this is funny because this is kind of remind me. You want to talk about people, ways that you can actually make yourself get yourself some great attention. If you're a band, a musician, anything like that.
Yep.
This is a great one right here. Here you go. Where is this at? A Subway.
What the fuck is up, Subway? What the fuck?
Now, here's the funny part about that is that they could have asked the restaurant, "Hey, listen, we're just going to film this video.
Right.
We have a couple of our friends coming in. Just let us set up. We're going to be in and out." Like they probably didn't even do a full set. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I mean, that's a guaranteed viral hit.
That right there. I mean, I don't know if this might be on one of those clips. I mean, Subway actually commented and said "Rock on." Has 35,000 likes. This one upload alone has 1.4 million likes. So you know it's probably millions more.
Keep in mind the videos that I see that are getting going viral for music now are a lot of videos that are showcasing other environments, a live environment, a crowd. You know, because people, it's like a direct response in retaliation to AI. Because right now, the thing is that, you know, because of there being so much AI music, and there's a crowd that accepts it and loves it, you know, that's just the reality of it. It's not going anywhere. But because that exists, now there are people who really don't know the difference between, you know, if they see you in a studio, that's not enticing anymore. They don't know what you're using anymore.
Right.
So if they see you in a live setting, you can still fake it. It's a lot harder to fake.
Well, here's another one. And you guys think of any other things that have been done that have been organic and really just really smart. I remember this band. I had to go check them out right now. I just found them again. They're called Small Town Titans.
Yes.
And they were doing this. The way that I found them was they were doing this bit. I don't know if it originated with them or something, but it was called Will It Riff. And they took barcodes, UPC codes off of the any kind of a product, and they took barcodes and they transcribed it into tablature,
Right.
and they essentially would plug. So here is Febreze. Let's see.
Febreze.
3077.
Febreze! Febreze! Breathe happy! Yeah! Febreze!
I mean, they have so
brilliant.
That's smart. Yeah.
They got
That's a good
so
one.
many of these.
They did the
Hold on. Here's Heinz.
Will it? Heinz tomato ketchup.
I mean,
I mean,
again,
you also can't deny it. Pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
sounds good.
They did a cover of "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." That's how I was introduced to them. That cover of theirs went pretty viral back like a few years ago.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, there's no saying how you can go out there and say, all right, well, I know whatever the system everybody's a slave to right now, trying to catch a wave. But hey, I got an idea.
But something like that is not going to, at least for me, I'm not going to sit around and, oh man, I can't wait for, I don't know, like I can't wait for the next release. That's just short form. It's quick. To me, I'm just going to see it and go, all right, cool. I'm not going to search. I'm not searching for it again. For me, the stuff that I really got into was earlier. Even going as far back as, let's say, MTV or watching music videos on YouTube. I'd find something interesting, and then that made me follow the band.
But what about, if I thought, if that idea hadn't come out yet, and I thought of that tomorrow, right? And I had no YouTube presence whatsoever, and I just put a video out, will it riff, random barcode, let it ride. Would it do anything?
It may be, yeah, it would.
I had 0 subscribers, 10-second songs, and I came up with a song in 20 styles.
Yeah. It's just
Dark
crazy.
Horse. I uploaded it, and a week later, it had 3 million views, and I had 100,000 subscribers like that. That's how it happened. That's how it happened. It was like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, people. I going back to what we were talking about before with the bar and Nirvana. I can apply the same thing to this. We're on much more of an even playing field than you even realize. And to give you, and I'll talk about that girl Mafra again, because she is like an anomaly. She's like the hot thing right now in the metal world. And she just performed at Welcome to Rockville. This time last year, no one knew who the hell she was. Now she's got 1.2 million monthly listeners on Spotify from 2 covers. That blew up uncontrollably. I've been at this game for getting people over to my Spotify for a few years, and I've got 240,000 monthly listeners, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. But she blew past that in a matter of months. And like I said, and the reason I bring that up is because all it takes is one video.
Well, here's another one for you.
It takes one video right now, but then in 2 months, when the algorithm changes.
But that depends. That depends on what kind of virality you have, and what if it's just like an empty. Okay, there are 2 types of things, like the barcode. Will it riff? I actually think even if you do scroll past it and say, haha, they still made an impression on you and they got their name out. That is still worth something. Right. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to follow them, and it's really good. Probably took them nothing to do. I would say that took them maybe 30 minutes to do, and it's really good for engagement. It's the reason why I do positive metal songs screaming at people. It's the reason why I did cute aggression and so on and so forth. It's not because I think people can't wait for the next one, but it's because it's people, they like that engagement, they like feeling included, and it puts your name out there. But then there's the other kind of virality where you can't plan for some reason. There's something about this girl's voice that it just caught on. Like, I even thought that when I went viral, I don't even know what people heard and what I was doing. I think it was a cool enough idea that no one else did that made it unique. And I didn't even think I was that good, to be honest with you. I think I'm better as a vocalist now than I was back then. But that once it catches on, now people are like, they're intrigued, and you've got a bunch of people vlogging about it. And in this girl's case, she's got a bunch of vocal analysis people who are just like, they start like, whoa, this is such an interesting voice. And then once they do it, because there's incentive, because she got like a lot of people's attention, and then more people jump on because they're like, oh, I know I'm going to get views by reacting to this. And it becomes this fucking snowball. It blows up to the point where she doesn't have to post she's like in this, like doing the same kind of thing that I did back in 2014, not posting for 2 months, because she knows the next time she posts a video, it's going to blow up again.
And you got to let it ride.
Yeah.
Just got to let it ride.
So there are ways to, and
those people doing the reaction videos to that person's song is also helping their the artist's algorithm.
Well, here's
That's
the funny part.
Visibility.
Yeah, here's the funny part. I found out about this girl because my buddy who was helping me with my channel in like copyright claims and monetization, he sent me, hey, do this. He said, go and watch this girl and do a vocal analysis reaction to this girl. That's how I found out about her. Because people were already doing it. They said, jump on this train.
Wow.
I didn't want to at first. My intuition said, nah, because that's my own ego, like my own like the artiste.
Right.
That's the artist like part. I was like, you know what? But then I remembered, I got the vocal course. I gotta put that in there, and all this stuff. And then you know what? I watched it. I enjoyed. I ended up enjoying it. I recognized her as she definitely has something unique. I recognized what was special about her voice. I tried to explain it a little bit, what I felt it was, and in my own way, and people enjoyed my interpretation. But that video got like, I think it's at over 100,000 views or 150,000 views, and that was for me beneficial because it was a video that performed well for my channel. For her, it was beneficial because it was another YouTube channel with over, close to a few million subscribers talking about her, and then you times that by 1,000. Yeah.
Well, here's another one for you. You remember this is another guy, Ben Lapidus Music. Did you remember a couple of months ago when the PetSmart thing happened?
Oh yeah.
This was enormous. Here you go.
I got a question. Is it Pet Smart or PetSmart? Are you saying that pets are smart, or are you saying you're a mart for pets? I need answers. Which one is it? And it can't be both.
So he has that one clip that he filmed like 100 different music video clips for. I've seen them posted all over the place. If you go on, you're looking at the more viewed one, but you can go on and you scroll back, and he had posted hundreds of the same clip. Some of them didn't have any views on them at all. But he, for some reason, I don't know what. Like, is he a hardcore artist, or what is it?
It is. Let me see here. I don't know, but he's on tour. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I mean that's the whole thing. And
But is the actual original music good?
I don't know. Let me go to Ben Lapidus.
Like, that's the question, right?
But that's what it is, though. That is the original music.
So he's on tour. He's going to be in New York on June 22nd. So we should all just go out there.
You should.
Oh,
Where?
Oh, perfect.
Hold on. Let me see. Where's the music? Social media.
Well, yeah. No, we could use him as a case study. I'm curious what the music that he's promoting, is it that kind of thing, the comedy hardcore?
Right.
It may be. YouTube only has 16,000 subscribers, but he popped off all over the place. It's like the subscriber count again doesn't mean anything.
Where is he playing in New York?
I don't
Is it
know.
like a
It just
real
says
place,
New York.
or-
It just says New York, New York.
The cock.
The PetSmart Rally for Truth, the full event. Let me see. I don't know. It's all about PetSmart.
See, like, this is where I like wonder like what's going on.
What is
here.
Venmo? What is that?
Since I forgot to Venmo request.
It It's been 4 weeks, 3 days, and 21 hours since I forgot to Venmo request you for
Okay.
But it's like a totally different genre.
Okay, so what this is exactly the same kind of thing I do in a way, where you take something relatable and you match it with a kind of music that you would never expect.
Right.
Like the cute aggression thing exploded because, you know, you're not. That was the. There's so many reasons. There's the metalhead who's supposed to be Hail Satan, whatever.
Right.
Who's like with his cat, loving his cat. That's what this screaming. That's what this song's about. Cute aggression. Obviously, it's like algorithm gold. In fact, I saw somebody recently since I've been out of the cute aggression game. I saw a guy with long hair and a beard try to make a cat metal song himself.
What a loser!
Recently, I'm like, yeah, I guess, you know, whatever. Nothing's sacred.
Well, you guys want to see a guy who has completely kept the spirit of punk alive and refused to be a poser and do any of that?
Oh, no.
I love this fucking video.
You guys want to see a guy who will not compromise
This is so
what it
funny.
means to be punk? Here we go.
To fucking say it, dude. Fucking punk rock 100% saved my fucking life, dude. Without fucking punk rock, I fucking 100% would have fucking had some fucking shit fucking job. Fucking working my ass off, fucking with some fucking wife, and fucking kids, fucking paying for some fucking house payment, fucking car payment, fucking wife saying, hey, fucking come home, fucking dinner's ready, fucking kids all fucking, take my ass to school, fucking, we gotta go to school, fucking, then watch their asses fucking grow up and fucking leave your ass, dude, fucking cruise off, fucking have their own fucking lives, fucking you and your fucking wife just fucking, you know, fucking grow old together and fucking do some fucking lame ass shit, like fucking go on vacation, dude. Your fucking kids fucking watch your kids fucking grow and fucking have their own fucking lives and fucking, you know, fucking do sick ass shit or fucking poser ass shit, dude. It's like, you know, fuck that, dude. I fucking decided to fucking get fucking involved in punk, dude. Had the band and fucking, still fucking trying to get the fucking band going again. Fucking, help my ass out, dude.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I love that one.
Oh,
I have another one. What is this? So I think these are all. I don't know if this is one of those comment songs, but I think it's one of those comment songs where the comments get turned into a song.
Oh, that's my favorite. What's it called? When they use the AI,
I forget.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, this one was about whether or not how guys would react if they were offered $100,000 per back shot. if they would go gay for 100,000, like per, like I guess that means 100,000 per thrust. Okay, and now the comments are fucking exactly how you would imagine.
Okay, so this question is just for the guys. If you got paid $100,000 per back shot you took, how many back shots are you taking?
I was expecting all the men to say no. It's not being gay, it's being financially responsible. Put it this way, Elon Musk would be the second richest man. Jeff Bezos would look like a homeless man. They better start printing more money. I get America out of debt. I'll ruin our economy. I would cure cancer. No kid will starve and die. I'm gonna fix world hunger. Is there a limit? I can't hear hate from inside my new Rolls Royce. I'll do it for Plenty Darlings. I'll do it for the love.
We even got a solo for this one.
Okay, so this question
So
is
I love this over here. The best comment. Oh, they would have to pay me to stop.
Wait, but that singer was like, were they not?
That's AI.
That's AI. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's AI.
That's AI.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the funny ones. The first time I saw something like that was like the pirate AI. Trying to. Oh, I can't remember. What's the term of this? That's my question. There's one that the voice and the whole and all the music is like pirate. Pirate scene.
It's AI song from the comments. Hold on, songs made by Medium Comments. Name that's what the hell is it called? The original producer of this, I don't know.
Damn.
But I mean, they're great. They make me laugh. This made me laugh too. I just wanted to throw this up there. It's a little bit of chaos at a track and field. They're doing the hurdle. They're running. This is the hurdles over here. It's like some high school or something. And apparently what everybody's coming away from is that that somebody had to have spaced the hurdles incorrectly. Because look at this fantastic amount of chaos.
It took all of them out.
Oh my god!
Nobody survived. Nobody survived.
I give them credit for making it to whoever made it.
Yeah.
If anybody made it.
If anybody made it at all. Oh my gosh! Hey, what did you guys see about any of the UFO stuff today?
No.
I just saw that it got released, and like there was some,
what the hell got released? Who could
listen?
Now what?
It's all just
the same old shit. It's the same old shit. I didn't expect that anything was going to happen. You know when I knew?
What is that?
I don't. It's a dot. There's a dot that's going through the windmills,
That's
and
what we
then
get.
and then here's all of the other. There's like a half hour's worth. There's a dot that's going over all of the ruins in Iraq.
Oh my.
There is one spot. There's one thing that kind of looks like I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of blurry shit. This one is getting people's attention because it kind of looks like that people are wondering if it's Ezekiel from the Bible or if it's, I don't know. I think it's probably just because it has a vapor trail there.
Yeah.
So it can't be anything too crazy, even though it's moving around. It looks like it could be a camera glitch or something. But either way, everybody's making fun of it. It's just the first day of it. But here's the thing. The way that it has been released, it's coming with this call to action for the public to draw your own conclusions.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're releasing a tranche or multiple tranches of UFO alien biologics information, and it's coming with this from the onset, this cloak of ambiguity about
we've been doing that for years.
Yeah,
Coming to
we
our
didn't
own
need this.
Coming to our own.
we don't need
conclusions.
this. I don't want to talk to people about this.
Show us something legit, like an actual interview with an alien,
or stage something. Just do something that
Do
we can
something.
we
Be
can-
more creative than you're being.
Yeah, just do something that we can all see.
Why? Because has the alien autopsy footage finally like fizzled out, and we need something new?
I love that footage.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I'm like, oh.
Not only the alien autopsy footage, but the alien interrogation footage from the 90s.
Is that real?
One.
It's one that like John Lear and people will come on to Coast all the time and talk about how this is the real deal. Where does let me see if the alien interrogation video original. Let me see here. Where the alien starts, alien with Victor, the person who calls in, and they apparently start choking. A clip of the alien in distress.
Right.
Hold on. This was the one, the famous one from the 90s.
We're looking at the interview suite at S4. It's kept dark for the comfort
The interview. So S4 is the place where Bob Lazar was.
of the aliens.
Oh, right.
As you can see, the being is in real distress. I have to say the medical personnel at S4 are less than first rate. They tend to be selected for their willingness to keep secrets rather than their medical competence. By the way, he's not shining that light into the eyes. It looks that way, but in fact he's checking for hemorrhaging around the eye sockets and in the nasal cavity. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to watch this.
I mean, that was as real as it got back 35 years ago, 40.
But at least that's better than this.
It is better than this, right? Yeah. We can draw our own conclusions to this.
I know.
Yeah, give us something to dissect. Just
I want the United States government to send every American a small piece of alien body.
What do you think about all this that's going on with this new virus? Heard about this
virus?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. You're not doing this to me again.
It
I'm
came from
not
Argentina?
gonna put a damn bandana around my face to go buy. To go into CVS to buy kitty litter anymore. I'm not doing it again. Freak. I remember this old bitch I got into a fight with in like 2021 or late 2020. I don't know what the hell it was. I went into CVS and a nostril was exposed from I could see this bitch kind of spurging out. I can see her spurging out, trying to tattle on me to multiple cashiers.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his nose is exposed. He has to. I'm looking at I just kind of like peeking over, whatever, waiting. Nobody was doing anything because these are minimum wage people who don't give a fuck and they don't want to be, some kind of I don't know, like a distress, a security blanket for some woman in distress. I'm in the middle of Greenwich. She probably made a living over just browbeating everybody into a bloody nub.
Dude, I remember like year 2 of COVID. I was like, this is never going to end. I didn't think we were going to get out of it.
I know. I thought about that. I thought about that. Like, wow, you think about where we are now. I didn't think we were ever going to get to this point.
No.
I
It
really
was
didn't.
so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot is we're not the same.
No, we're not
No,
the same,
no,
but we're not the same, but we are like physically the world. I mean, like we can go out and we're back to normal,
Yeah.
but we're not, but we've definitely, psychologically have been altered in ways that, I can't, there's just so many ways.
We were given
yeah.
we went to a bar one night in January of 2020 and we woke up. I don't know, we took a drink, we sipped a drink, we thought we were watching our drink. Nobody did anything to it. And then, we took a drink around and then suddenly it was 2023. and where our ass is sore. We're kind of coming out of it, but we were catatonic for 2 full fucking years. Yeah. Catatonic, man. Like that's like think about getting into a car accident. And that's what we did. It wasn't a physical trauma, but man, it manifested physically. That was rough. That it was just, I don't know. Thankfully, we had a good core of friends. We didn't stop seeing each other, and some other people were just totally devastated by the isolation. It's nuts.
Yeah, some people did not come out of that, mentally well. Being stuck at home for that long, depending on your situation, will make you go nuts.
Yeah.
Well, so what's next, guys?
Make some tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we must, because there's a lot. First of all, Aurora's got to be able to. There's got to be at least one gig where Aurora gets to sit behind me with some isolation headphones on and actually like see the thing happen. Yeah. She's getting more and more into the whole thing. She's got to see that, and she's able to stay up a little bit later now. She's gonna be 6 in September. Did I tell you guys that I have another baby coming?
No.
Congratulations.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
Well, I heard that can happen these days. So.
It can. Anything can happen in 2026. So November, Aurora's gonna have a baby sister.
Oh, wow, dude.
Awesome, man.
So
that's awesome.
So we have to make good impressions on these kids, man.
Yeah.
They got to know Uncle Derek and Uncle Tom.
Build a better world for us.
They got to know. They have to know you guys for something other than the rum punch. You know, it can't just be the punch from. Even though it's a holiday staple, it just makes a room smell amazing. It's like potpourri.
Yeah.
Love when you show up with it.
Cloves.
So that's that. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight, I guess. Right, Ant?
Yeah. This is good.
This was wonderful. I can't wait to have you guys back for this.
Oh yeah.
Anything you want to plug?
Here we are.
I got nothing.
Go buy some go buy some Set the Charge t-shirts.
There you go. Plug Set the Charge.
We never had one t-shirt printed.
Never.
Since 2014, not one t-shirt was printed even out of
Wow.
the only thing we ever
did.
had was
We had
Set the Charge
the
can
CD
openers.
Yes.
Oh,
We had
yeah.
those can openers. Yeah.
I
The blue.
We never had a t-shirt.
Never.
had a t-shirt.
You know, we should have brought T-shirts to your Minicon.
We never
That's what
had a
we should have.
logo. We never even had a I mean we went to
We kind of did.
We
right?
kept going back. We had the text with that light with that old school light bulb next to it that was kind of orange. We had that for a while. Then we had the other one that just was the letters, the STC.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that was like recent-ish.
Yeah,
That was like
yeah.
in 2022.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we've got great stuff on our YouTube. There's great music there, and I will say, you know, the run that we were on during the COVID years was absolutely incredible. We made our best music then.
We had nothing else to do.
Right. Yeah. We were locked up. That was like, in that sense, I miss it. I miss being locked in at home and just going into the studio and just, all right. Just having that ease just to do it all day, every day.
Let me see here. I'll tell you the ones that really get me. First of all, the fact that one of my favorite songs that I will never skip. Maybe maybe I have in the past, but 99% of the time I'm listening to Vapor from start to finish.
Wow.
And the
Vapor
fact-
was before
Yeah.
COVID.
It was before, and we never played that song live.
never.
We never played it in a stream. Nothing.
No.
Vapor, I can listen to that. That's just incredible. Then we had EMP, Deviant, Suffocate, but also before that too. Before Vapor, I'm Like You, Resuscitate. So like from Resuscitate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's one hell of an LP right there. If those all came out on the same album, Resuscitate, I'm Like You, Vapor, EMP, Deviant, Suffocate.
You're forgetting Stay Inside.
Stay Inside.
Yeah. Literally about COVID.
Why is it not in here?
Because that was the music video was put on my channel.
Oh, we should probably mirror it here just for archiving purposes.
Actually, I can put. Let me see if I can. We got to get in there, and I could put it as a collaboration.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I got to see if it shows up on if it'll show up on both of the channels.
This is another one.
I forgot we had these little videos of this.
In crisis, fame is all but it's just a number in a game of primal instinctive electromagnetic pulse through the machine. Send us on a great escape from what embraces me. Rather die.
I'll tell you, man. This was that apropos
That was
for
a good tune.
apropos for what we were talking about tonight.
Oh yeah, it's still relevant.
It's all that we went on. I'm telling you, during those years, these four, whatever the hell, man, I really feel that we were peaking. We got in there from I'm Like You to Vapor to all this stuff. Damn, I mean, we were right in the pocket. So we got to do some more. We got to blow some loads. I feel like we haven't blown a load together in a
Well,
while.
I like the idea that you sent in the email. I think that's got plenty. Has plenty of room for melody.
I specifically left that open Just to be like, no, I'm not going to flood it with, too much.
Send me the stems.
Everybody in the chat room, let's all blow loads together in 26.
Well, what is it for backloads for 100,000?
Back shots.
Back shots. Sorry.
Per shot. Oh, anyway. Well, this was great. Okay.
Well, he's got his little studio set up, reset up now, so I can send him.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The stems and.
How are you making your way to Westchester these days? You actually have a little boat and you go across
exactly.
the Long
Little
Island
paddle boat. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Just cut across Long Island.
It would
Sound.
actually probably be quicker than driving.
Well, this will happen again. Derek Ortiz, Tom Dicarlucci. Thanks for being on the Playhouse with Anthony and I.
Always
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
All right,
Yes.
guys and gals.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Peace and love.
Peace. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.